G'day Bambies, Kaleidow here and welcome back to another video on The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. So a big thank you again to EA for sponsoring this video. I'm really excited for this one because I finally get to share with you guys the gameplay footage and screenshots that I got while at Sims Camp, and I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't get the best stuff because I was a little bit rushed. But I'm still pretty happy with the adorable stuff that I was able to capture for you guys, and I hope you all enjoy this video. So first up, I want to go over the world. So Cats and Dogs is an expansion pack, meaning we have this awesome brand new world called Brindleton Bay, and it is just so gorgeous. It's a very mysterious wild-like sort of landscape too, which I really love. Kind of like a rugged, cold coastline is sort of the theme I kind of get from it, you know, and it has so many beautiful lots and locations to explore, so you guys are just going to really love it, and can't wait to get my hands in the game again so then I can actually explore it even more. The small amount of time that I did get to play it, I felt like there was so much more to find out, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of little Easter eggs here and there, but from what I saw, everything was very charming, and there's quirky little things like the pier. There was like a little old man. I thought that was so sweet. We also have some other little details like the seagulls. I think they were really awesome to have a part of it, and I can't remember entirely, but I have a feeling that you can actually interact with them. You can get your pets to go and chase them, which is kind of funny, but also a bit sad for the seagulls. Poor seagulls, right? But I just thought that was a quirky little thing that they added in. And of course, we have beaches and foot trails because it is sort of like a coastal town, and it's just so wonderful. It's really rugged, as I was saying before, and it definitely has this sort of cold aspect to it. Like, it looks like a cold bay. I'm not sure if you would actually want to go swimming in the water. It looks maybe a bit too cold, like the water would be freezing, but it's definitely a really lovely place, and I can't wait for my Sims to live in it. And also something that I thought was really cool was there are actually some bridges in certain neighborhoods that you can get your Sim to walk underneath, and this is something that the Sim gurus were really excited for. They're like, look at this, you can go underneath the bridge for once, and I can imagine like the pathing for that would have been kind of fun to make. So I feel like they're kind of experimenting with the world landscapes a bit more, and it just is so stunning. All right, I don't want to go on way too much about the world. Really beautiful houses too, by the way, guys. I think that the EA team have like stepped up their game when it comes to building. Well, they do have to step it up, you know. Like, the community is really good at building. They don't want every single house that they build getting deleted or rebuilt. So they've had to step up their game, and I'm really happy to say that the houses that they created were very lovely, and they really suit the landscape. All right, well, I want to move on off Brindleton Bay because I've been just going on about it. It's just such a cool place. Now I just want to talk a little bit about the actual pets. So I'm sure lots of you guys have already seen a ton of content that's already been released online since Sims Camp happened, but I just want to give my opinion of it all and my first impressions of interacting with these little critters, these little fur babies, and how I feel about them, because, you know, I've played pets since I played The Sims 2 pets and also The Sims 3 pets, and I feel like cats and dogs in The Sims 4 are actually so charming and wonderful. I really like how they interact not only with your Sims, but also with other objects and stuff. And of course, there are new and different objects that are a little bit more modern for them to interact with, like the vacuum cleaner, the little Roomba. It kind of reminds me of. It's so cute when the cat cats go and hop on top and sit on it. The only thing that I wish they did when the cats jumped on top, I wish that the little vacuum cleaner continued to move and clean the house, because that would have been really adorable. But like, I sat there and waited and it just didn't happen. But oh well, oh well. There were so many awesome little build and buy stuff, little details and decorations for our pets. Also an agility course that you could play around with dogs, and also I believe that cats could also play around with that too. When your sim cuddles and holds your pet, it's just such a precious moment, and there's something that's like very connecting. Is connecting the word I'm looking for? It's just such a moment. It feels like they actually have a connection. I think that's what I'm trying to say, but I felt like it was more organic than previous versions of having cats and dogs in your game. I just really feel like they have stepped up a little bit more with the interaction between sim and pet. So really, really excited for that. And even though we only have cats and dogs, it was nice to see raccoons and foxes introduced. And I'm sure you guys, you've already seen my create a pet video. If you haven't, I'll leave that link down below. But there is so many possibilities with these animals. You could really change up their voices and their whole personality and stuff. I'm sure people are going to be able to create some really interesting different types of animals, you know what I mean? Different types of animals and critters using a base of like a dog or a cat. Like, I don't know, you can make a bobcat, or maybe with a dog you can make a bear or something, like maybe a panda. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of so many fun little ideas now. But the thing is, you can mold these pets so much, and I definitely think that you could step out of the boundaries of just cats and dogs, you know what I mean? So something that a lot of people have been wondering about is the new veterinary lot that you can have. It's more of like a community lot. It kind of reminds me of a restaurant, not really a hospital. Well, I guess it does remind me of a hospital, but you basically have to create it yourself. It isn't like a hospital lot that's separate to the world. You can have it basically anywhere in Brindleton Bay or anywhere in any other world, I'm guessing. I wasn't able to check that, but basically you have these base items that you need in the veterinary. I don't believe that you needed any skills, but I possibly could be wrong on that. Like I said, I wasn't able to play the game for a large amount of time, but my first impressions of it was very adorable. The interactions that you had with the pets on the equipment. The picture here that I'm showing, the foxes just come out of the machine. So this is how you treated them when they were sick or something. So first up, let's wind it back a little bit. When people come into the veterinary, you go and sign in, you talk to the person at the desk, and then it's usually the doctor or the vet. Then the vet will take the pet over to the inspection sort of bay thing. They get the pet up, and then it actually is a really cool animation too. We unfortunately weren't able to show footage on this because it was quite buggy at the time. So the pet would walk onto the platform, and the really cool thing is that the platform would raise up. So they didn't have to pick up the pet and then chuck it on top. The pet would just walk on and it would raise, like, so, oh my gosh, so modern, futuristic. The future is now. It was really, really cool. And everything was kind of futuristic themed in this. So on this little bench, the vet will then inspect the animal, find out what is wrong, what its symptoms are, and how to treat it really. And then you go and treat it in this giant machine thing. Don't know how it works, but sometimes it turns out really funny. Like, the animal will come out looking like gold, or maybe a figurine or something. It's really hilarious. And oh my gosh, speaking of which, sometimes when your pets are actually quite sick, there are different illnesses that make your pet poo differently. Now, I know this sounds quite wrong and weird, but I'm telling you, there is some poo that is just magical. There is gold poo. I don't want to give away other poo because I think I guessed most of it right on the spot when I was at Sims Camp. But oh gosh, yes, there is a illness for your pets that causes them to poo out gold, and I haven't checked it yet, but I'm pretty sure you probably could sell it. I have no idea. Maybe you could sell it. I think it's really cool. If you can't sell it, I probably would collect it. I'm just weird like that. Alrighty guys, well, since I wasn't able to get a lot of footage or screenshots, that is it for this video. I hope that you liked my little family that I showed off in this video. I created my sim without custom content, which was kind of a challenge, and I just had so much fun making the little fox, the little terrier, and then also a little sassy rainbow cat because it was just so sweet. I couldn't help myself when I got that rainbow palette. I just had to do it with the color wheel, you know. Alrighty guys, well, I will leave links to all of my other videos that I have done on cats and dogs down below in the description for you all. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. I love you all to bits, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!